So the main difference between the Ultra and the Duo is going to be the control panel. You toggle through the different settings, and that's going to correspond to these settings on the Duo. So you can see up here is pressure cook. The pressure cook button on the Duo is here. Soup broth here, and then meat stew, bean chili, rice, porridge, and then steam is over here. Saute, and slow cook. So on the Ultra, they put on a egg setting, a sterilized setting. So one thing to note about the different cooking programs like soup and broth, meat and stew, bean and chili, in my opinion, they're a silly gimmick, and they're just a preset time. Like, the cooking part of it is exactly the same. It's just a time setting. So I think it's silly to have all of these different presets on here, like the egg. Egg is not on here, but you can still cook eggs in this. You just use the pressure cook button, and you'll find that most recipes that you look up are going to be using just the pressure cook or the manual button. Pressure cook and manual are the same. On the newer models, they changed manual to pressure cook. So if you're reading recipes and it says to use the manual button, know that on these models it is the pressure cook setting. So I think you'll find that as you're using your Instant Pot, you probably won't use a lot of the different preset times, because most recipes are going to call for a specific time anyway that you're going to have to adjust. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to hit the meat and stew button and then adjust the time when you get the exact same results by hitting the pressure cook button and adjusting the time. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you look over here at the Instant Pot Ultra and you see these other settings like egg and sterilize, I would say it doesn't really mean a whole lot. You can do all the same things in the Duo, and it'll probably be easier in the long run anyway, just to learn the different cook times of the things you want to cook and use the pressure cook button. One more setting that is going to be different on the Ultra than on the Duo is the Ultra setting, and that's this one right here. I will read you what the manual says. It says, the ultimate cooking tool to allow full user control of pressure and non-pressure cooking settings. You can adjust different parameters based on your favorite recipes. So what I think this is where you can adjust the actual temperature of the food you're cooking. On the pressure settings, you can only have high or low pressure. But if you go to the non-pressure setting, you can actually adjust the temperature. Oh, and there you go. I toggled to custom, and now it has me up at 194. And I can adjust the actual temperature that I want it to be set to. And this is the setting that you theoretically could use for sous vide. And I have heard that it doesn't do a great job as a sous vide cooker because it doesn't keep a super accurate temperature. So, use at your own risk, but some people have great success with it, and it'd be something interesting to play with. But it's nice that they let you adjust your temperature manually like that. So on the Instant Pot Duo, you do not have an option to set a specific temperature in any of the settings. You can look up what the different temperatures are. Like on the saute mode, there's less, normal, and more, and you can look up what those about are in the manual, but there's no way to toggle and adjust the exact temperature. So then the other big difference with the Ultra model is the lid and the pressure release, where you just do the pressure release with pressing this button, and you don't have to turn this or mess with this at all. Ooh. On the Duo, you have to remember to put this in the sealing position, and then when you want a quick release, you flip this over to the venting position to let the steam out. And besides that, it looks like all the parts like inside the lid are all interchangeable. The float valve and the little metal cover and the silicone ring look interchangeable. Also, the inner pot is the exact same as for the Ultra, so those look like they are interchangeable as well.